You're shameless, man.
you spell that?
You were a goalkeeper. You got Ramsdale shamelessness. Yes, we won. Yes, it's the smell of victory.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear it. Enjoy it. Go on, enjoy it.
It's the smell of victory, James. I am so relieved. And it's a really weird situation because, you know, whilst we were panicking at times in the game and some of us didn't think we was gonna get through there, it's not like Arsenal were not the better team. It's just that we weren't efficient enough in terms of like going forward and attacking and stuff like that, and that's obviously I predicted 5-1. That got shut down real quick. And then
those not yours in particular, but the Arsenal fan base's expectations of 4, 5s and 6s was going to come, you know, crashing down at one point. And actually, it didn't come crashing down. We still won the game.
Absolutely.
But essentially, the idea that, you know, we were just going to keep walloping teams was eventually someone was going to go, if we're doing something right, that means there's something for teams to figure out. And eventually they were going to figure that out a little bit. And you're right, we were a bit inefficient, but Brentford, I did think credit to them. I thought they did really well.
No, absolutely. We'll give full credit to Brentford. You know, they've not been in fantastic form. I think that puts them 15th or 16th in the league, 4 or 5 points off the relegation zone. It's not been a fantastic season for them. And, you know, that game didn't... that performance didn't strike me as a team that should be fighting the relegation battle, and full credit to them for that. But, you know, like you said, we've been smacking teams left, right and centre recently, and eventually we was going to come back down to earth. And that was the grounding game for me. So maybe my prediction of the 5-1 was maybe just a little bit over-exaggerated because of the recent performances that we've had and the recent results that we've had. But regardless, I don't care if we win 1-0. I don't care if we win 12-0. We won the game, and what a time to do it as well. I said it a lot last season, and I'm going to bring it back up because I feel like we're in a good position to do so right now. Champions mentality, you know, winning when you're not at your best. I think that's what it's all about for me.
Do you think these late goals, these late winners, these are big moments for Arsenal? I don't just mean today, because obviously it's very easy to see, it's very easy to quantify the importance of this. That late Havertz goal gave us 2 points, that put us top of the league, cool. I'm talking about, go all the way back to Lacazette equalising very late against Palace in the 95th minute at the Emirates. This is talking about 2-3 years ago, and people kind of mocked us for celebrating that late goal, and I kind of get it, like we wanted to get the ball back and get another, you know, fans maybe a bit, but my point is, it sparked a trend of Arsenal starting to find late goals, beating Wolves 2-1 in the 96th minute. And now it feels like when Arsenal get to late in games, we can do it. Like, you know, Laurie was on the fan cam saying, I was always confident we were going to win. And I wouldn't go that far, but I was always confident we had 2 big chances left in us.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously you talk about those late goals, and I think it's moments like this that's kind of almost written in the script for us to go all the way and win this Premier League trophy. Obviously, I think you referred to the Lacazette game. I think that was an equaliser. So it was, I think that shows how far we've come, obviously, from drawing at home and having to do so in the 95th minute
against Palace,
against a Patrick Vieira Crystal Palace side as well, which wasn't, obviously, Patrick, I love you for everything you've done for Arsenal, but it wasn't a great time over there. You know, it shows that we've come on leaps and bounds since, what was that, 2-3 years ago? The one that you were speaking about?
That was 2 seasons ago, so not last season, the season before, but early in it, so we're talking 2.5 years.
Absolutely. So I'm just so happy that we're in a position now where we don't have to rely on those the last minute equalisers against the Crystal Palace side, and, you know, we're top of the table again. And I think it's fantastic that we played the game first, because I feel like there was a lot of pressure taken off of us. Normally if you play the game second, you know, the teams also competing have already done their job, and it's then on us to, you know, do our job and repeat what they've done. And I feel like we've obviously been the chasers this season, and I feel like we've been in a better position because of that, because we haven't got all of that bizarre pressure of, you know, the big blue shark, as they said last season and stuff like that. But now they have to worry about the big red shark, that's for sure.
I love that. Look, we've put ourselves at the top.
Yeah,
we've made that game between them. We've made that become a second versus third, which it's such small things. It might count for nothing. I'm sure it doesn't change Pep or Jurgen's, you know, pre-match talk or their preparation, but what it does do, I think, is just slightly change the narrative. Suddenly it's who's going to win to sit in that top 2 with Arsenal, and that is different to Arsenal drop points again. We know they don't have the minerals with these 2, and now let's let these 2 battle it out. I do think that's important. Do you, and how much?
Absolutely. And the thing that makes it so important tomorrow, and especially with the fact that we've won today, both teams are going into that game knowing that anything less than a win isn't good enough. I think Man City especially, you know, any team going to Anfield away, if you can get at least a point, that is a fantastic result. I don't care if it's prime Barcelona or Luton. You know, going to Anfield and getting a point is a fantastic result. But even still, Manchester City are going into that game knowing now that not even a point at Anfield would be enough to take that top spot. You know.
Well, yeah, I'd love to ask a City fan, would they take a point now? They probably wouldn't, but do they see it as a bad point? I wonder if neither club really sees it. I wonder if both clubs will see it as just defeat would be damaging, whereas actually a point is what it is. They take the fight another day.
I think Man City would be looking at it as if anything but a win is not good enough, because obviously we then play them next. And if we're playing the way we're playing currently, maybe not today, but over the last 7 games before today, then it's not going to be the same typical Arsenal coming to the Etihad and losing 3-4-1. It's going to be a ruthless Arsenal side that are coming to win. For me,
Hope you're right.
I'm going to say it now, and I've been very hesitant to say it all season, right? Here we go. Okay? Strap in. If City and Liverpool draw tomorrow and we beat City at the Etihad, I believe we've won the league.
You believe we've won? Like, that will be enough?
I think that's
enough. It. We'll have got the.
If we can beat Man City away, we can beat any team in the world. That is my personal belief.
So let's do the math. So we're now 2 points ahead of them. Mm-hmm. So if we go 2 points, then if we go and win at the Etihad, unbelievable to believe we go 5. Couldn't discount Liverpool fully, but I kind of hear it.
Don't get me wrong. I think
it wouldn't be one, but I'd be feeling extremely confident.
I still think it's going to be close, and it's going to go right up to the end of the season. But you know, out of all the games that we've got remaining, that City game away. Don't get me wrong. So I know we've still got the likes of Manchester United to go away, Spurs to go away, but that City one is the big one that I am looking at. And the fact that we've got such a big gap in between playing on Tuesday and the game before City. You know, we saw how well the last trip to Dubai worked for Arsenal. So knowing that we've got that gap. Get them out to Dubai again, get them focusing on set pieces, get them playing to the level that we've been playing for the last 8 games and ready for that game against our contenders, our challengers for the title.
Yeah, and the treble winners and the champions at the moment.
One of the best teams in the world.
If you want to win it, you've got to dethrone them. Let me get your man of the match.
It's such a hard one, because obviously I think it's going to be. I think it was actually given to Ben White because of the 2 assists, and I feel like I'm probably going to lean with Ben White because of that reason as well. I feel like he's a player that doesn't get the credit he deserves at times, you know, especially from Gareth Southgate, who refuses to put him in the England side, unfortunately. But it's not like he's got much of a debate there. You know, Trent, James, White, he's got some you know, questions to be asked there. But you know, man of the match today, I feel like you've also got to look at Declan Rice for the man of the match. Again, the £100 million bargain, doing what
it doesn't look 100. He looks above 100 million. It's unbelievable. No one's talking about the price tag.
I still feel that we owe West Ham money for this man. It is genuinely crazy. And so, you know, when you're looking at the amount of money that we spent on him, for me to be saying that, absolutely unreal. It just shows for me why he's been the signing of the entire season.
You think he's even for 105 million signing the season in the Premier League?
He's not put a foot wrong. He's not done. He's not put a foot wrong. Maybe in the one game against West Ham, where, don't get me wrong, was a little bit emotional and stuff like that. But he corrected that the last time we played them with a goal and 2 assists. And then the other one for me. And I was a bit concerned when he got the yellow card quite early on in the first half, because I felt like, you know, this Brentford team know how to get underneath players' skin, especially a certain player that came off the bench today. And unfortunately for him, it didn't work. Mopai couldn't get underneath him. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Tony had tried to have a go as well, but he wasn't having none of it. Gabriel, for me, absolutely was a shout today for man of the match.
Yeah, Arsenal walked that line really well, didn't they?
They did. They did.
I mean, because you could have had, Gabriel on early yellow, could have been little scraps, then maybe the head loss from the error. But you're right, Arsenal were aggressive but stayed on the right side of it the whole time.
Absolutely, and obviously I feel like while we could speak about the positives, we've also got to speak about a fairly negative in this game.
Yeah, I didn't really want to bring it up. But
I'll bring it up because I keep saying it as a joke. I'm the chairman of the goalkeeper union, and I said it before the game. I would. That to me looked like an Aaron Ramsdale goodbye, and I think it's such a shame that he's made such a big mistake in what could be his last. That for me is his last planned appearance.
Yeah.
God forbid and touch wood that Ray was to get injured. We'd see Ramsdale then, but you know, I wanted to defend him so badly at any point I could, and I couldn't defend him for the mistake he made.
Yeah, Paul.
But what I will say, his response from that was absolutely superb. That shot from Tony, and people will say he shouldn't have been that far off his line, but he's not expecting that to come in. And the save that he makes is absolutely fantastic. And then there's one right at the end of the game. I think they had a cross in with one of the
maybe
defenders.
minute 75 or whatever. Big hit,
75. Still, regardless, a fantastic reaction save from Ramsdale. So the response from him in terms of bouncing back from the mistake that he made was fantastic. I'm not too sure about the celebrations towards the Brentford fans though. It wasn't the time nor the place. A bit shameless, but listen, we got the win, so I can't complain at all.
I hear it. Many thanks, Frank. Cheers.